afternoon, folks. Hello. Welcome. Just in time. Hello, welcome to 4 p.m. How is everyone? Yay. Good. Who's hit Mona for the first time? Who's never been here before? Oh, good show. Yay. Who's been here more than 10 times? Oh, okay, good. Yeah. My name is Dean Stevenson, and this is the 4 p.m. extravaganza where I've been at the piano writing a new piece today. I hope that you've had a great day. I hope this is a nice end to the day. But there's a condition to the ending in that we can't finish it. That's it, because we're still in the process. I've been in the process of writing all day long, and we're now going to get into the process of kind of finishing this piece, but it won't really be finished because we're rehearsing it, because I haven't heard this piece yet. I've just kind of been dreaming what it might be like, putting dots on a page, and this magnificent string quartet also don't know what it sounds like yet, until at the moment we know, you'll also know, because we're all in this together. So you're complicit in this process of making music today. Who saw Ben Salter downstairs sing? Yeah, wow, incredible writer, amazing voice. So Ben and I are in this process of making things in front of you. So we're kind of hanging out our dirty laundry. You can see our dirty undies as we make all the mistakes in front of you. So we're not framing it and finishing it and not lacquering it, not yet anyway. So you can see us make it. It's been going on for some time. This is day 135. So each day starts with a blank page, and something must be put on it, and something must be ready for these amazing musicians who I'll introduce to you shortly. Who makes stuff? Who call themselves a creator of some kind? Whether it's using wood or wool or words or paper or drawing or any kind of... I think we're all lying. I think everyone does it. We're all fucking lying. Everyone does something you did something that pleases you. Maybe it's in the garden. You go, I'll do that instead of what the book says, because you have a creative urge to do something. Some idiots think they can make a career out of it. An idiot, don't do it, it's terrible. It really breaks you in half. It's not meant to it's terrible, don't do it. But if you find the compulsion, you can't simply deny your Judaism, or you have a bit of faith that you simply can't abandon. If that's what art feels like to you, then all the very best. Go forth and do it, just do the thing. But even if you don't do that, if you're an accountant by day, you still do something. Maybe it's sport, I don't know what it is. But the more you do that, the better you get, and just the better you feel, because sometimes what you do for 8 hours a day is the last thing you would choose to do. It just pays the mortgage. So by doing that thing, it's like, this is me, it just fills you up. This fills me up because this is all I kind of know how to do, and it's all that I have done for a very long time. But the more you do something, the better you get, whether it's music, gardening, or being a prick. You will get better at it, right? So I spend all these days sat at the piano, which I don't play, mind you. You've not heard me go a little bit like Chopin today. That's because I can't. It's not a skill that I have. But I can use it to sort of formulate things and guess and put things together. And today I've written another piece, the 135th piece for string quartet, facing the same coal face every day and trying to make something new. Please welcome these magnificent musicians, Ambra, Hayato, Anna, and Martin. Well, I'm pleased you're here. They've come from a rehearsal. They've come here, and then tonight they go back and play with the Tasmanian Symphony Orchestra this evening. Professional sight readers, so they're going to read their faces off. But what you'll hear is we'll start to bolt this together. We'll play a bit and we'll stop, we'll play a bit, we'll stop and we'll talk about it. We'll keep the mic on so you can hear what we're saying. We won't play it until we kind of know what it is chunk by chunk, and then eventually we'll give it a run through. And if you stick around for us to give us 3 run throughs, it'll only be probably a 4 or 5 minute piece of music. That's the average for the day. It'll just get better and better, and you go, wow. I'm used to going to finished concerts. And that finished thing, whilst impressive, can be the worst thing for you because you think that artists shit dynamos. We don't. We make a fucking mess of things the first time every time. It's just having the courage to go, I'll do it again, and just have another go. So we'll give it a go, and it'll be like, oh, that sounds nice, but then the more we do it, the better it'll sound. So welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. Please raise your hand if you don't know what we just did, or if you don't understand. Just say, what was that about? Or if you want to know more about this whole ridiculous process, please tune in, and here we go. Hello. All right. Day 135. 1, 2, 5, which is cello and second violin first. Joined by a little, maybe the viola could come in, but grow that up to A.
Sure.
You know, and then A melody comes in. It's funny, it starts in the flat major, I think it ends on a flat major chord. So if you're having all those G flats, it's because it should have just been A flat from the start, sorry. Pretty good, and then the first violin has that, gives it to at B. There's a bit of a handover to viola. We'll have the floor at B. At C, ba 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 ba. So hit those dotted minutes and die away. Second violin takes it from. Oh, no rehearsal like in there from about. Oh yeah, so second violin at 22. Kind of bring those ba 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 ba. Bring those out. First violin at 24 takes it back, the melody, I mean. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a little slow at the end, and it probably doesn't end very adequately, but that's our round of time. There you go. Should we just give it a go?
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Pretty impressive first run. Yay! Cool. So it says forte, but solo volume and bang it over the top. We'll just run that. Maybe we'll run that harmony at. We should have beats 1 and 2 in bar 10. The second violin are the same, and then you bar and depart at beat 3, which should work out. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, can you do harmonic at B? What can we do? 1, 2. Can we go up octave?
I don't know. I think that'll be a down.
Yeah.
And then here, maybe 2 up.
Yeah. That one. Can we try from B to the B so we hear the harmonic? 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we count it louder? Or is that as loud as it will go? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and give it a nice sharp on that F. Sharp thing on the F and beat 4. We'll see. Yes, and then we have, viola, cello, love, we'll see. Any questions yet? We're confusing you? Be honest. I've got heaps of questions. I've got heaps.
Just the way of writing it. I think if you write it like this, it means it plays this
At
one.
the pitch, yes.
Yeah.
Especially at the pitch, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
yes. Thank you. Let's go from the top again. Let's nail that one in. Do you want to do those bars slowly, just to say yes? Yes. Let's just say that. Which ones? Just go right on A. It's slow. 1, 2, 3. tempo. We'll keep going from there.
So at 20.
At 20, yeah, at 20. 1, 2, 3. At 20. Start the double stop. Yep.
Hold on. This is 23. 2 before B.
No.
No, 4 after C.
4 after C.
Oh, line. Okay, sorry.
2, 3, from the D, big quartet, and with you in second violin the 2 bars before E, from that B flat, really dig into those semiquavers, if you could. So from the D, please. I'm coming to you after this for questions. I'm sure somebody's got some. Someone always wanted to talk to a violin player. I'm sure someone does. Or someone has no idea what the viola is.
Oh, sorry, where are we going from?
D.
D.
2, B, hold there, so 3 before G should be unison, first violin and cello going up. Let's have a look at let's play from F again please, where the cello takes the melody. From F to B. To guess there's a rip from 4 bars start 4 before K.
Yep.
So you've got rhythmically exactly the same, all up to K. And it's just about it. At this stage here, is anybody confused? I'm really confused. Does anyone not know what we're doing? Any questions? Anybody always wanted to talk to a cellist? Don't take it personally. Any questions? No? Should we press on? Yes? Yes, this music didn't exist this morning. I started, it was a blank page at 10 o'clock, and I started to compose at 10 o'clock. Yes. So this is, I've done this for 135 days. Thank you. Thank you. That wasn't a question, but thank you. Yes. If there was, to be honest, I wouldn't tell you. My reason, unless there's something specific, like I wrote something on like it's gonna be, it's a big event like Hiroshima Day. I wrote something I told people like the day Kabul fell. So just big things. We could all hold that in the month. It was important. I wrote something Ukraine last weekend because it was a day that I thought we should all have a think about a thing. But generally I don't, because hands up who regularly closes their eyes and does nothing but actively listens to music. It took this gentleman a while, but that's one hand in a room, because so few people do that. We're very good at watching music. Music's always has vision. It's a video clip, it's a movie, it's TV. But music can be really evocative on its own. It always was before TV was invented. So why not allow it to stoke your imagination and just have a think? This music might have you walking in a field or in the bottom of a ship or something. I don't know where it finds you. Maybe you can tell me when we're done. So I think for us to have the opportunity is really rare, and I want that to be kind of owned again by people. So I won't tell you what I was thinking. You can have your own invention about it. Yeah. Oh yes. Yes. How far can you go walking into a field in 3 minutes? I don't know, depends how big the field is. How much imaginative work can you get out of a pop song? I mean, we can all get something out of it, even though the words tend to dictate a lot about it. You can get something, even if it just puts you in a place and doesn't give you a narrative. If it just puts you in a room where it puts you into a field, as you said, and then in that field you can bring them. Oh, when I was young, I was in a field and this happened. So you can then create your own story without you having to have anything to do with it. So just allowing those things to happen is really important without having it dictated to you. TV is great, but shut your eyes sometimes. Where did we get to?
K.
Yes. So yes, that insistence. You've got that H.
Yes.
Yeah, nice insistent thing underneath. So everyone else is nice and long with these big, long, lovelies over the top. So there's that sense of drive underneath that gets met. Yeah. So let's go again, please, from H. From letter H, please.
Are you talking about the bowing it?
Yeah.
I'm definitely hooking it.
Any questions from you guys?
Just because I've got so much.
Do a good moment?
Yeah. I can't.
Very good. The H, please. 1, 2, Cool. Well, there's at L. We're going to sustain note from first and D.
Right at tempo though.
Right on L.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. I said ritardando. It's Italian word for slow down. Sounds better in Italian. It's better than writing slow down a bit. So yes, sorry, I forgot to mention, it goes to the adagio, which means slow, K, a kind of slow. Yes, viola. Look, I think actually that second bar of K, I like the way you played it better.
Oh, okay. Yes. More
Of
instinctive, do you think?
course, no,
It
it's much
was
better.
just a mistake.
That's what
but yeah.
rehearsals are about. The musician's doing a better job than the composer.
I'll take it, thank you.
Right. Does anybody have it? Yes? All good? Any questions? Did I say something you didn't understand? They know everything, really. Let's go again from K. So that's a kind of nice rhythm that was played from second of L, gun, 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 gun. I think it was quite was it? Yeah, gun, gun, gun. So from third bar of L. Let's go rhythms again. And so grow into from the M. Explode over the top. From third bar of L to the just go slowly. Can I hear the harmony with the two violins? Just run at 128. 2, 3, 4. Yep, 3, 4. Ooh, that's what I'm hearing. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? One more time, please. 3, 4. Cool, it does work, yay.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I thought it was my writing. Well, it usually is. Let's face it. Okay, any questions before we give this a run from the top? These people are thirsty and desperate to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes?
bar 24.
24?
It's got that insistent nature again for me. What
Yes.
dynamic do you want me to start that? Same as
Come
the
back, the melody's back, so whatever it was the first time.
so piano and then like build it up again.
Yeah, to skip it. Well, the melody's back in there, so yeah, build up to mezzo forte again.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we've bolted it together, we'll give it the first run, hope no one dies. Does anybody have any questions I'd like to ask? What? Yes, have it about me. Yes, it does. Yes, when this installation started, the first 56 days we were downstairs with Benny's actually, because Ben was having a rest. And it was a really quiet room, carpet, and then quiet, and really quiet, and it was so nice. And then we come up here, and then suddenly there's all this noise coming in. So it's a very loud room. Even with all the artwork off, the fridge noise, there's still this low hum. It's a crazy loud room. And all the barking couch that was here, and so it's just a noisy space. Yes, it does. But I have these noise-cancelling headphones, which kind of tries to drown most of the rumble and knock the noise out. So if you ask me a question today, well, and I didn't answer you, it's because I couldn't hear you, sorry. Yes? It's a good question. The question was, are they ephemeral? Some of these pieces we will never hear again, probably, yeah. Some of them I never want to hear again. Some of them come out really good, and so we do come in here at night time. We recorded about a dozen or so far. We come in and kind of get the good ones. The rub with this is that, as I've probably written in my little blurb on the O device, if you've read it, beginning things are easy. We all begin at dozens of things every day, but finishing things is really hard. Having the courage to say, did it, done it, send it off, and share it with people, it's really hard. So many people are just so anxious about sharing something that isn't the best or right or represents them, or we've all got our excuses for not finishing things. So in this day, sometimes I write a thing in a day that's like really got a full stop, and that's great when we come and record those. There are lots that need more work in order to be kind of recorded properly, and some will never be recorded again. But the ones that need work, because I'm here every day, I don't yet have time to do that. So I'm taking like a month off when this is done, and maybe I'll look at some others and finish them. But there's a very ephemeral nature to all of these things that are done. I think part of getting used to this idea of creativity is just letting stuff go, rather than putting everything on the wall and frame and going, that's good, I did 3 things in 20 years, and aren't they all good? As opposed to doing 3 things a week, and then 20 years later you're doing significantly better stuff. You're throwing out stuff that you thought was amazing 20 years ago, and that's what's happened to me, certainly in this installation. But if you want to see any of them, if you just want to kind of hear this once and then walk away and have some more, there's a camera right here in front of me, so I'm waving to you now if you're watching this on YouTube. So they're all going to live stream to my YouTube channel, Dean Stevenson Music on YouTube. This is day 135, and you're here to see it, so you can watch them all there. There's also a mailing list here. As you can see, there's microphones here recording everything we do. I have a Patreon, and you can get live recordings of every single day. If you fancy, jot your name down on the mailing list on your way out. I'll put it over here, and you can find out how the process is going. So we've got about 5 weeks left of this installation, and a bit of a break. I need a break, because there's a rub to doing stuff all the day and not getting to finish. I'm starting to feel a bit. And also, if you do something like this every day, I'm starting to normalise stuff. And there's some things I keep relying on each day that I don't want to normalise, mostly short form, because I've got a day. I can't take 3 days to write a piece because this installation doesn't allow it. 3 days would give me maybe a 20-minute work, whereas all of these tend to be about 5. Sometimes some things just I want to write for longer and can't when I'm sat here. So I don't want to normalise this too much, so I need a break. But there we go. There's a chance to hear it again, see it again. If it's just one time, thank you for staying here at 4 p.m. We'll play it a few times and hear it get better. Unless there's another question anywhere, we'll give this a go. Here we go. Day 135. What did it inspire? Anything? Nothing? Was it just a nice walk? You somewhere? Yeah. Like you asked what inspired me. I mean, what kind of imagery did it give? Anybody? Did you have something in particular? Or nothing in particular? It's okay, I'm not offended. You don't need to say you're in the most beautiful place in the world. No. To make you feel. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Your feelings are your own. We'll give it another go now, and we'll see how it feels. You ready? Is there anything you want to have a go at again, or questions? Is there anything that you think we should do differently? We're still in process now. Don't be afraid. Say, I want to hear that bit louder, softer, slower. No? Huh? Hello. What? Okay, you ready? Do you want me? No?
You do?
Yeah, it's fine.
You can phone at me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, Dean. Love you. Love you more.
Orchestras have conductors, string quartets don't. I'm now just in the way. This is awesome. Here we go. alto, Anna and Martin, ladies and gentlemen. They were just dots on the page. I had someone here last week who went, no, look, I was seeing caramel and autumnal leaves, and I showed them the score, and no, they were just dots on the page. No, it was caramel. And no, really, it's just dots on the page, and what these guys do is extraordinary, isn't it? Music has the ability to do things that text cannot. You know, like you don't get instructions as to how to read it when you read a book, do you? You just read at your own tempo, and the words try to dictate speed, even though you're reading it at the same pace. There's a rub there, whereas music just says, play it faster, it'll sound more exciting. Kind of easier, but also more tricky in the same way. Anything that anyone wants to offer or say about that? No questions? Yes, at the back is a question. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah. It's all right. Yeah. I think there's some bits I really like. Some bits like it sounds like it's just, let's do it again. I should have probably modulated or just change key, go higher or lower. Some bits sound really nice, but what I'll do is I'll put a big circle around the bits I like and copy them out in this, or just develop them when I get more time. I think it's nice. It's nice. It's a bit clunky and chopped cherries, but extraordinarily played. Thank you. Yeah. You like it? Yeah. Was it long enough to be? This gentleman was worried that it wasn't long enough to have an adventure. Is it long enough? It's about sort of pop song length, which is about all we can usually tolerate, isn't it? Unless there's a picture going on. So if you can close your eyes to a music this long, it's a good start. It's a great start. We'll give it one more crack and then we'll go home, ladies and gentlemen. Anna and Nathan. Have a lovely weekend. My name is Dean Stevenson, and you can see it on YouTube or sign up to the mailing list. Take care.
Thanks, Dean. It wasn't clunky. You said it. What didn't feel clunky? No. Not from here.
More we played it more.
Yeah, I think we got an idea of where to hold them.
Yeah, the